Hello everybody, my name is Peachy and I am the server owner of Wisteria Ridge on RedM. We are a serious roleplay server based off the setting of a Western supernatural-esque in 1891. We have a lot of supernatural things going on, we have a lot of lore to our current county, and we are very proud of our county. One of the #1 questions we get often is, can you give me some beginner tips for roleplaying on RedM? This video will be more determined of how we are in Wisteria County. So if you're looking for help for another county or another server, unfortunately I cannot give you tips based off of how they are, as I am only speaking for tips for our server. As our serious roleplay server is very beginner friendly, we have a golden ticket rule of allowing character breakage at times when it's needed and allowing players to step away from uncomfortable situations, which is very rare for a RedM server to have, but we are very proud of that rule here. So please watch this with open mind, as it is not going to speak for every server here. So we're going to start with tip #1, which is keeping your character simple and clear. A simple and clear concept, you don't need a deep backstory right away. You can pick 3 basic things: the name, where they came from, why they're in the West. And these examples could simply be a quiet farmhand looking for work, a drifter trying to escape his past, or a hunter who wants to settle in a peaceful town. This allows you to also build more lore as you play and as you immerse yourself in that character. Tip #2, talk in character, not like a player. So good roleplay servers expect immersion. While we do have our golden ticket rule, we do expect everybody to come in here fully ready to be immersed in their character and ready for a roleplay scene at any given point. So using time appropriate speech like howdy, I reckon, ma'am, and sir are very commonly used in this time period. Avoid modern slang as much as you can. I know we are 2025 role players playing a 1891 setting, but it's very important to remind yourself about the setting and the lore of the county. Using modern slang might throw people off and might lead to too much out of character talk. Mentioning game mechanics, menus, or controls in character is very confusing. It's best to try to point into the direction of Discord, also known as the newspaper. So when people refer you to ask those questions in the newspaper, they're referring you to our Discord questions channel, where you can get tech support and support of how to use your mechanics in game and the menus and how all of that works faster than you would while people are role-playing in character. Or if you need to break character, you can always use the \status command, or you can hit T. Let the story build naturally. You don't need to force dramatic plots on day 1. Let relationships, rivalries, jobs, and events grow over time. Let other players influence your story while reacting realistically to situations. Small moments, help someone with a horse, chatting in the saloon, those can lead to big storylines eventually. So letting those stories build naturally will help you. Asking questions in character. A great way to learn a server is to roleplay your learning. So these are examples. Excuse me, friend, where might a fella find some work in this county? Any law around these parts? You know where a traveler can get a warm meal? This helps you stay in character while also learning these very detailed, in-depth questions where you might not know where to get food. You might not know where the law office is to get hired as a lawman. So asking these questions in character is very important. You might be led to the pin board, which is a very popular thing around here where people post their businesses, what they're looking for, or if they're hiring, and you can put your P.O. box, which is a mailing system in-game where you can mail each other anything you would like to discuss and how you can get into contact with people here. Tip number 5 is don't try to be a hero or a villain immediately. Most new players fall into the trap of being too powerful, being overly dramatic, or trying to be a feared outlaw on day 1. In fact, that's not going to happen. Instead, you need to take a break, take a breather, and play a low-stakes, believable character at the start, where you can build up those reputations through your actions and your roleplay. Trust me, it takes time to be well-known as a feared outlaw, or it takes time to have a very powerful role. But if you roleplay those through your actions and roleplay, you will get there. So taking it step by step is your best bet. Don't overwhelm yourself and don't overthink it. Tip number 6 is respect the setting. RedM servers vary, but most of the time they are Western, early 1900s, or frontier style living. While Wisteria is a Western supernatural server in the 1890s, our year currently is 1891 though, we do expect our players to play in that setting. So understand that this land is full of lore and magic and deep roots of native lore as well, while also having that Western tie to it. Like outlaws, gangs, and gunslinging, and all of that. So try to avoid modern knowledge, unrealistic weapons or abilities, or power gaming, which is forcing actions on others, and definitely avoid metagaming, which is using outside knowledge in roleplay. So our players have a storybook section, which is journals of their characters, and they often write there throughout their day. And using that knowledge in game would be concluded as metagaming, and it would result in consequences. So try to avoid using any metagaming or any knowledge of that person in game at all, unless you absolutely know them. Tip number 7 would be to emote your actions. So doing the \me commands adds more in-depth and emotion to your character and to also the roleplay that you're doing. So \me ties the horse to the post, \me smells the bag of coffee grounds, \me glances around nervously. These all express in-depth emotions, and it also gives a visual of what we're looking at of the character, because you can only do so many emotes, but you want to show that your character is a living being through these emotes. Good roleplay is like a dance. Tip number 8, give and take. Give others moments to shine. Don't dominate scenes. Accept consequences, and let loses matter as much as wins. Your character will feel more real and filled out by doing this. So don't always try to dominate everything or make your character unrealistic. Number 9, stay calm and go with the flow. Sometimes things don't go as planned, like you get robbed, you get arrested, or someone challenges your story. Breathe, stay in character, and treat it as part of your character's growth. Tip number 10, join groups or jobs. RedM roleplay is best when you're connected. So trying law enforcement, ranching, hunters, gangs or small crews, supernatural groups, town roles like bartending, clerk, medic, gunsmithing, blacksmithing. These are all things that could keep you connected to people and give you constant roleplay. And that will help you as a beginner learn and how to navigate roleplay. Tip number 11, don't be afraid to be shy at first. It's normal. If walking into a saloon first feels intimidating, start with solo activities like hunting or fishing or mining or gold panning. Maybe walk into town with a purpose, like you're looking to buy supplies or looking for work. Or maybe approach small groups rather than the big crowds. Everyone was new once, and here at Wisteria County, we understand that, and we are here to help you. So please keep that in mind, that you're not alone here. Everybody started out where you were. And last, tip number 12, have fun and make memories. RedM roleplay is all about stories, friendships, conflicts, and atmosphere. The more you relax and enjoy it, the better your roleplay is going to become. I hope that this video helped someone out there. This is a very not so in-depth video, but I really hope it helped, because when I first started out, I wish that there was something like this for me out there where I could learn the basics or kind of get a little grasp of roleplay to begin with. Wisteria County is beginner friendly. We are a Western supernatural server in 1891, and we are always looking for new players. So if you're looking for a home base to start off role-playing, don't be afraid to join us. We're all a little crazy out here. Thank you for joining, and I hope this video helped. Bye!